Greetings from Pagosa Springs, Colorado. And boy, you know, what a beautiful place. This is every bit as beautiful as I have been imagining it for the last couple months. I heard about Pagosa Springs from a client of mine up in the Denver area, and he said, you gotta go to Pagosa Springs. And here I am. I pulled into town yesterday afternoon, and just breathtaking beautiful. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you for just a very short little tour of the river walk. I'm gonna ride the river walk on my unicycle. I'm gonna ride the river walk, bring you along, give you a little bit of a tour of Pagosa Springs. It's not that big. And then we're gonna go out just out of town and see a waterfall. And from there, we're gonna go to Echo Lake. I think it's called Echo Lake, because you can be on the other side of the lake and you can very easily hear somebody from the other side of the lake. So it's gonna be a nice day. And then we're gonna wrap it up with a visit to Pagosa Springs. It got its name from the Indians. I think the Indian tribe was the Ute Indian tribe. And the word Pagosa means healing. So I'm gonna get a little bit of healing today and just go soak these weary bones. Well, they're not too weary, but I'm gonna go soak my bones in the natural springs. I guess they've got like a dozen springs or something, ranging from like 98 degrees to about 114 degrees. So it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna bring you along. Let's go and see beautiful Pagosa Springs. All right, I found my way to the river walk, and in doing so, you know, I found myself thinking that on a lot of trips in the past, I've never taken my unicycle with me. And this trip I decided to, because I had more room to do so. And it's really, really nice. Now, what I'm noticing is that you're gonna see these boats coming down, people rafting down the river. And here come some folks right here. Give you a nice shot as they're rafting down along the river here. I think it's called the San Juan River. Look at that. All right, and just over there are the springs that I'll be taking you to in a little while. So let's continue on with the tour. And I was correct, this is the San Juan River, and here are some of the fish that you'll catch in the river. Rainbow trout, brown trout, brook trout, cutthroat, native trout, you can see. Those are 2 fish limit. And then over here to the native western slope fish, humpback chub, a bony-tailed chub, Colorado pike minnow, and a razorback sucker. So those are the fish that you'll catch. You gotta release those fish on the right immediately. All right, I moseyed on up from the river, and I wanna give you a shot of the downtown before heading out to the waterfall. And I saw this gift shop right here where you can get all types of really nice metal work. You can see. Very nice. Get yourself something for your ranch, perhaps. Got to excuse the camera work. I am still learning this is called the Rainbow Gift Shop, and I'm still learning the camera, the sensitivity of the camera, if you will. So you can see the mountains off in the background or off in the distance. And gotta be honest with you, coming into Colorado and seeing mountains like that, it's really hard not to get a Rocky Mountain high as you're coming into town. But I'm just gonna ride along here. I think it's a bike path. I see a a bike symbol. So I'm just gonna ride along here and see if I can't share with you some of the town, and maybe I can cross over here. Light is red. What a wonderful way to be able to do a, I do a walk and talk. I always say that I do a walk and talk. You gotta think of something that rhymes with a ride. A ride and, oh, I don't know. So let's just kind of cruise through Pagosa Springs. I'm actually traveling with a friend from Budapest, and unfortunately she doesn't want to participate in the whole video thing for whatever reason, but try to be respectful of people's wishes. There's a church as I'm coming by. Look at that. Immaculate Heart of Mary Church. There's another one. Very, very nice. Very quiet. It's always nice going through these small little towns. Wonderful. All right, I'm going to round the corner and I'll be back in a moment. All right, back on the unicycle. And in doing so, I'm just across the river from the springs, where we'll be spending some time just a little bit later. And here is the spa and the hotel just up over here. So trying to be careful with the unicycle and holding this. Here comes a lady in a bathrobe of all things. So she must be a guest over at the spa. See a sign that says swimming in the river is done so at your own risk. And here is a I'm not quite sure what these buildings are. You see quite a few of them as you're driving through the countryside. Maybe they're greenhouses of some sort. Geothermal greenhouse partnership. Look at these. I don't know if you can go inside or not, but I'm gonna keep riding, trying to find my way along the river walk here. Just beautiful. There's a community garden just over here. And here is another bridge. Just a really, really beautiful spot. There's a lovely lady enjoying the view. Just look at the surrounding countryside. Wonderful. I was told that up on this bridge you get a really nice shot back up the river. So we'll take you down there. A little bit challenging riding this unicycle, carrying this gimbal that I've got. It's not not necessarily the lightest of apparatuses to carry, but there you go. Just as if you were here yourself. And there's your view. That's the view that you'll see in a lot of postcards right there. Look at that. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, let's go see this waterfall. All right, I'm back on the main road here. The main road is a rather busy highway. I've found it challenging 2 or 3 times trying to pull out onto this highway or turn off of the highway. So here you'll, coming around a bend just up here, you can see the mountains off in the background. And every now and then you catch a whiff. You catch a whiff of another high. Marijuana is legal all through Colorado, and you'll see little what they call dispensaries where you can go in and buy yourself some recreational marijuana. But this is it, folks. This is Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Look at this. Very, very nice. Give you a shot of the architecture here. Just over the way is another rather interesting building. Wonderful. So maybe my walk and talk days are behind me, and now that I'm back in the saddle, so to speak, I'm really looking forward to going to the hot springs. That's going to be nice. All right, so on to the waterfall. All right, I thought to share one last shot of downtown as I am going up and over the San Juan River. All right, now let's go see that waterfall. We made our way outside of Pagosa Springs, and boy, the drive, to say spectacular, you know, I just cannot think of all the, I think they're called adjectives. I can't think of enough adjectives to describe how beautiful this place is. You know, God really outdid himself when he made America. You know, that's all I'm saying. When I was growing up back in Cleveland, Ohio, and we would sit down and have dinner, you know, all the time. We'd sit down and have dinner, the 10 kids, and my mom at one side of the table and the dad at the other side of the table. My dad would always look at my mom and say, "Ann, you outdid yourself." And I don't know if you can see this little bird right here. Well, he just flew away. But let's go up. You got two choices. You can take the primitive path or the main path to get to Treasure Falls. So I decided we're going to take the main path to go up to Treasure Falls. And it is just really, really beautiful. Let me show you these pine trees here. Look at this. I'll pan up. Is that gorgeous against the blue sky? Look at that. And the smell is just out of this world. I've been longing to smell these forests again. Living down in Florida, you don't have such majestic forest as you see here. So let's go find the falls. Take a quiet walk through the forest, and what do you see? The forest around you is a mix of quaking aspen, white fir, and Engelmann spruce. Seedlings from each tree found good soil, moisture, and cool temperatures in which to grow. As the forest matures, spruce and fir shade the aspen and the aspen die. Eventually, the giant spruce and fir will fall to the ground, creating openings that will allow the aspen to grow, and the cycle of life continues. Can you recognize aspen, spruce, and fir trees? The aspen have a distinctive round leaf and is easily recognized in the fall by its brilliant gold color. One method of identifying fir and spruce trees is to take the touch test. Fir have soft, flat needles, whereas spruce have sharp, spiny needles. The forest is home to many animals, although the most are quite secretive. You may find evidence that they live here. Listen for the distinctive call of the mountain chickadee as they flitter in the branches above, and look for signs of deer and elk, a nibble mark on vegetation, animal droppings, or their tracks in the soil. Now, I didn't memorize that, folks. I was reading that off of a little sign, so don't be overly impressed with my knowledge of the forest. Look at that. Just beautiful. Is this good Tom TV or what? Natural change is essential to a healthy forest. Like a giant teeter-totter, a forest is in dynamic balance, constantly changing. Plants, insects, predators, and prey all depend on and are influenced by one another. A slight change in one part of the forest has long-lasting effects in other parts of the forest. Time in the forest is relative. Nothing can be taken for granted. A sudden motion in the leaves and a great horned owl swoops down on a metal vole, and the balance teeters again. You know, I'll give a shout out to the lovely Atoll over in Stockholm. Atoll. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If I'm not, you'll know who you are. So big shout out to you over in Stockholm. Very wonderful. All right, I think I found the first view of the waterfall, and I'm gonna have to turn the camera away from the fall, or else I know what's going to happen. The mist from the fall is going to come down and cover up the lens. I can almost guarantee you. But there's the water rushing down the canyon. If I turn the camera just over here, there it is. Another time. Look at that. Try to imagine a different time. About 19 million years ago, this area was dramatically altered by volcanic forces. If you were standing here 19 million years ago, rivers of lava could be seen flowing from the mountains in the north to the valleys in the south and east. The black-covered basalt rock found along the Falls Creek is evidence of an ancient lava flow. If you look closely at the basalt near the bridge, you may see gas bubbles trapped in molten rocks as the lava cooled to form solid. Is that something else? Look at that. Just magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. I'm gonna
see the rainbow there.
The what?
The rainbow.
The rainbow where? I'm filming right now. You're on my video now. Okay, so there's my lovely travel companion, my imaginary travel companion, as some might say. But she is just soaking this all up, I think. Just beautiful. And the waterfall's beautiful as well. Look at that. Have you ever seen something like this? Huh? Now we have to find a place to have a picnic. We packed a picnic with us. Look at that. Just magnificent. All right. I see another spot just up there where we can go and get another view. All right. So we made it up to the next observation area, and there is a sign that says that the area is closed, and it's rather muddy here. I'm just going to let the camera go, but it's going to get all foggy and all that. But wow, this is holy cow. Wow, look at that. Oh, and it's cold, folks. All right, let's get down. All right, on our way back down, I thought maybe a more appropriate place to have a picnic would be here at the overlook. And boy, talk about the whole 9 yards. Rob down in Melbourne would be proud of me. I've got the picnic blanket, and I've got the, you know, the hummus and the sandwiches and the pretzels and the whole 9 yards. Here is the beginning of a journey. Have you ever traced a river from its headwaters to the ocean? Well, you can do that right here. The San Juan River is typical of many western waterways. The journey from the Continental Divide to the Sea of Cortez is beautiful, yet tumultuous. Water from the San Juan River serves many purposes. It's diverted into agricultural fields impounded behind dams, and it is harnessed to produce electricity pumped into municipal water systems. All the while it provides countless hours of recreation. So folks, is this a nice view to have a picnic? I think so. All right, we're gonna have a picnic and then head down to the hot springs. All right, I think it goes something like, look at the birds in the air. You know, don't worry about your life. Look at the birds in the air. Doesn't Tom Hall come along and feed them pretzels? You know, something like that. So we're sitting here having a picnic, and there's a beautiful bird I don't know what kind of bird it is, but I'm gonna put the camera on and toss a pretzel and see if I can get him to come over and grab a pretzel from us. There he comes. He's looking. He's looking at it. He sees it. I think it's a he. I don't know. I'm gonna throw a big one for him. There it is. Here he comes. He can't resist that big pretzel. I should have put some hummus on it. Look at that. All right. There you go. How does the saying go? We saved the best for last. You are looking at the view of Pagosa Springs Spa here in Pagosa Springs. And it is, boy, it looks inviting. And as you walk up, there's the smell of sulfur that one would expect to smell coming into a place such as this. And it looks beautiful. It really, really looks beautiful. I can only imagine what this place would look like around Christmas time with all the snow and coming out. So you can see there's some folks just kind of chilling in the healing waters here. So we're gonna go and find our way in and just kind of kick back and relax for a couple hours before heading on for the big train ride in Durango. So let's go get wet. All right, I couldn't bring the unicycle inside, so I can't ride through the pools here, but I can do a old-fashioned walk and talk, and I'm just going to kind of walk through the area before I choose my my spa. So here's the boulder with a temperature of 106. If you want to go into the boulder, they've got a concession stand just up over here. Rather quiet. Not a lot of people here at the moment. So this is the tranquility. Look at how tranquil this is. You see? This is a temperature of 103. Very, very nice. Very nice. And here you have a kind of a submerged bridge. And some beautiful flowers.
And it's a quiet pool.
Look at that. Very nice. It'd be a nice place to just hang out for a while. I got my feet wet.
We're here right now. So we just bought the day pass. We're staying.
I smell sulfur everywhere. Now here's the cliffs. This is called the Cliffs. It's 106, and it says quiet only. So I've seen a couple pools now where the temperature is 106. Look at the rocks over there. Very nice. Wonderful. What a nice place to spend the day. I can imagine what this looks like in the winter time. Oh, come on.
This thing is cool.
Here's the Venetian. This is right on the riverfront. You got the Venetian. This is a little bit cooler. This is 105 degrees here. Very nice. And then just up ahead we have the quite sure what this one is. This is the Clouds in My Coffee. So this is this spa is called this pool is called the Clouds in My Coffee. And here in Serendipity. I once knew a girl named Serendipity, interestingly enough. Look at that. Take a walk down along the river. Marco Polo.
Huh?
The temperature is 105, and that one, beautiful, beautiful vegetation as you walk along. All right. Very nice. And I've yet to go in yet. I'll find one somewhere along the way. This is the Lobster Pot. This one's 113. That's got to be pretty hot, I would think. Is that pretty hot? It is, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see, what's this one? This is the Aspen. This is 108 degrees, 108. So this is probably a nice one to go in. Here you go, the Paradise. That sounds like the one. That sounds like the one for me. The Paradise.
Hey, Mom.
Look at that. Well, there's all types of pools to choose from. I'm in the search for a hat. Somewhere I gotta find a hat. And here's the Blue Lagoon right up here. Dancing Waters.
Dad, you want to fall in with us?
Dancing Waters, temperature 108.
Is that our stuff?
Wonderful. Well, folks, that's your tour. That's your tour of the Pagosa, the healing springs, where the Ute Indians used to come. So I'm going to find my way into a pool and pull up the news and just kind of kick back and relax for a little while. All right, talking about saving the best for last, I found my way over to the Lobster Pot. I'm in the Lobster Pot, and boy, I gotta tell you, at 113 degrees, I feel like a lobster. So it's been a great day, start to finish. And as I was just telling my LTC that we've been gone a week. And it seems like we've lived a lifetime in a week, and we still have the better part of 10 more weeks to go. So in closing, I'll tell those of you out there that follow me that I can't tell you how much I appreciate your words of support and kindness as I do these videos. It really means the world to me. So have a great day, okay? Take good care from Pagosa Springs.